Hello, welcome to this episode of Beneath the Label. I just interviewed Rebecca Major. She is a senior scientist here at Nu Skin. She is phenomenal. I asked her all the questions. You guys are going to learn so much about our new LifePak elements, the LifePak family, carotenoids. We talked about Prism. We talked everything. I am so excited for you guys to hear this. Let us know in the comments what you want to hear more of, and tell me your favorite part and what you learned from this episode of Beneath the Label. Hi, welcome to this episode of Beneath the Label. I am here with Rebecca Major. You are in our research and development team. How long have you been at Nu Skin?
Just under 15 years.
Just under 15 years.
Yeah,
that is,
coming
15
up.
years is a good amount. And we're going to talk all things LifePak.
Yes.
Today, we just recently, and this is your first time on the podcast.
It
we were
is.
just talking about that. So welcome to Beneath the Label.
Thank you. It's so fun to be here.
You're so fun. We're just going to chit chat. We're going to have a good time. Listeners, get your notes out because Rebecca is so full of knowledge. Like, you give the best little tidbits. And I have all these things that I'm always like, oh, when you were talking about youth and you're like, you don't eat the peel, do you? Like, you have these things that live rent free in my brain. And I love that. So I hope we get some of those.
I'll do my best
today. I'm sure you will. Okay, so we just launched in the U.S. market a brand new LifePak elements. So I kind of want to start with an overview of, we have 3 LifePaks in the family. What is LifePak? If you were to define LifePak, what is that?
Okay. So LifePak is really our multivitamin, right?
Okay.
It's much more than a multivitamin, but that's essentially the space it lives in. So we have been offering LifePak and LifePak Nano as 2 tiers of LifePak, and LifePak Elements is essentially a 3rd tier.
Okay.
So it's kind of the starting entry level, if you will, of the LifePak family. It's great for people who just maybe want to start. Maybe they're starting on their supplement journey and they really want something to just help fill those nutritional gaps, because their diet is not optimal, right? We try and eat the best we can.
But most of us don't have a fully optimal diet.
No.
I mean, the American diet is not known for being
It's sad.
full of everything.
Standard American diet. It's sad.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Rent free.
That's right.
See, you already had your first one. I love it. Okay, so elements. Let's just kind of start with, so elements is your first kind of beginner level, if you will. Tier 1.
It's your tier 1 basic entry level multi, but better because we can't just do basic, right? We have to have something with a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit extra, and that's LifePak Elements. So it's 25 essential vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients. It's got, the vitamins and minerals, which you need to survive and which we should be getting in our diet and we're not. And then it's got a PhytoVantage blend, which is really the cherry on top.
And phytonutrients means that it's like a plant-based nutrient?
Yes, exactly. So it's a nutrient that's found in plants, it's derived from plants, and it adds some kind of benefit to your body, right? This is not just...
It's not just to throw some green leafy in there.
Right. We're not just throwing a spinach leaf in and calling it good. No, we are getting specific compounds that are standardized that have specific health benefits.
And the phytonutrients are one of the things that are unique to our multivitamin, right? And why it becomes a scanner or Prism certified product, correct?
Exactly. Yes, that PhytoVantage blend includes the carotenoids, and that is really what makes them Prism certified.
Because I've had some people talk to me about, why wouldn't another multivitamin work? And it's like, well, multivitamins don't have phytonutrients. And
most of them do not.
Normally, right? But we don't just put carotenoids in so that it's scanner certified.
No,
like
carotenoids
they have a really good benefit.
Yeah,
right?
they have tons of health benefits. And we're putting in amounts that are, comparable to what you could get in a healthy diet. In LifePak Elements, you're getting, 3 to 4 servings worth of fruits and vegetables. You're getting that level of carotenoids that you could get.
By taking the recommended
3 tablets.
3 tablets once a day.
Yes.
Just do it once a day. Does it matter morning or night?
Nope. Just take it with a meal.
So with a meal, because then you're going to have better absorption, right?
Yes.
Is that what I have also learned?
Yeah.
Is a little bit of fat, a little bit of food is going to help absorption of vitamins, minerals,
and especially the
nutrients.
The carotenoids are fat soluble, and so when you take them with a meal, you do absorb them better because they're better able to disperse, and absorb in your GI tract. So that's an advantage. But just in general, when you take a multivitamin, it's a little easier on your tummy if you take it with some food.
So it's easier on your stomach with food, but it also has benefits to take it with food because then it digests, breaks down, and you have. And when something is fat soluble, that means it needs fat to be absorbed, right?
Yes. It means it
I could be making stuff up, so hopefully.
No. It's pretty close. It means it dissolves in fat.
Okay.
So, if you think about it, your digestive tract has a ton of water in it, right? We're 70% water. And so if you just take your supplements with a glass of water, there's no fat there for it to dissolve into.
Okay.
And so, that's going to hinder the absorption. Is it bad? Not necessarily. It's just not as good.
It's just not as good for absorption, and it's not like it can just utilize the fat on my body.
No, it doesn't
that
really
would be
work
really
like
great.
that. I wish.
Darn it. Okay. So that's good with LifePak elements and just LifePak in general, like understanding like how to take supplements, why they have, and in all of ours, we have always vitamins and minerals and a phytonutrient blend, right?
Yes,
so the difference between elements and LifePak, which is tier 2, is
the amount of the vitamins and minerals and the amount of the phytonutrients.
Okay.
Both like quantity of one phytonutrient as well as like the broad spectrum, right? You're getting a broader spectrum of phytonutrients from a wider range of plants with LifePak than you are with elements. And that's just a function of, what's the spectrum of benefits that you're looking for, right? The magnitude. And so if you want more, you take LifePak. If you want just something really more basic, you take LifePak elements. That's kind of the driving factor. And also, how many pills are you willing to take?
So regular LifePak is going to have
more pills.
So you have 3 small tablets today in elements, and today in LifePak you have 4 capsules that you take twice a day.
Correct.
And so we may be changing that soon, but regardless, it's going to be more pills that you take. But you can't just take double of elements to equal LifePak. It's not like taking 6 or 8 of the elements is going to be the same because it's not the same PhytoVantage blend and stuff. Right.
You're getting a different blend of phytonutrients in LifePak. You're getting more of them. And so, I guess you could double elements, but it's not the same.
And you don't just want to double all your vitamins and minerals. No. I'm assuming the science around it's not just more is always better. It's
absolutely
the right
not.
amounts of it and then more of the right things.
So for example,
just more, give me an example.
Yeah, so for example, you could double the amount of vitamin C, great, not a problem. You could double the amount of iodine, maybe not so useful, right? If you get 100% DV of your daily intake of iodine, that's all you need. You don't really need more. Whereas you do take advantage of more vitamin C if you get more vitamin C. And so there's a pretty wide window of what would be considered healthy, I guess.
Yeah.
With some nutrients, whereas others, it's like, no, more is not better.
Right.
Just get the daily value and you're fine. So it's not like you're just doubling or tripling everything as you move from elements to LifePak Nano. So there's much more that goes into it than that.
That's an important thing, I think, for people to understand. Even though it's a broader and more of things, it's not a simple 1, 2, 3.
Multiplication or anything like that. Yeah, we have to look at research on each ingredient and see, okay, what's the optimal dose of this ingredient? Is there value in adding more and how much more? And that's, the difference between elements and LifePak. And if you look at the labels, you'll see it's not just a straight multiplication. Right. There's a lot more under the hood, if you will.
I love that. And I think that's really important for all of us and for listeners to understand is, it's not just, 1, 2, 3, and it's 3 times more. You are taking more pills with every single one because
Yes.
you're getting a lot more benefits.
nature.
Because then Nano has your 4
I think,
capsules and then 2 soft gels.
I think it might be 5
Is it
capsules.
5
and
capsules?
I think so.
I don't know. But you have capsules and then you have soft gels.
Yeah.
And the soft gels are a really big difference in LifePak Nano as well, right?
Yeah. So with the upgrade from LifePak to Nano, you're getting additional nutrients, but you're also getting the addition of fish oil. And that's why we have the soft gels included, because, of course, fish oil is an oil, so it has to go in a soft
Just
gel. And you
put
can't.
that in tablets and
I don't think it would work too well.
And why is fish oil so important to our body? Because
Yeah.
that is a huge differentiator
It
with
is.
LifePak Nano.
Yeah. So, I mean, the average American diet, as we referenced earlier, does not have everything it needs. And one of the things it's really lacking in is fish as a whole, like as a subgroup of what you're eating.
Okay.
People do not eat enough fish. That means you're missing out on the omega-3 fatty acids in fish. EPA and DHA are the ones people know about, and those are the 2 big ones.
Yeah.
They have a lot of benefits in our body with supporting a healthy inflammatory response.
Okay.
And so if you're not getting those in your diet, the best way to get them instead is by taking fish oil. You can't really get them from other foods. Like, you don't get EPA and DHA from other foods. You just really don't. You can get some other omega-3s from like
eggs. Don't some eggs say that they have omegas in them?
yeah, you can get
I could be
some.
totally like
That's
mistaken.
heavily dependent on what the chicken eats.
I was going to say sometimes you see it on the
Yeah. And so if
egg
you have
carton, right?
so you could, but
Okay.
it's not a guarantee, right?
You're not guaranteed to get it because it all, and even if they're fed the right things, you don't know that it's going to
It's yeah.
come across in the egg. So it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Other food sources like seeds, nuts and seeds are probably the biggest one.
Okay.
They're not providing EPA and DHA. They're
So they
providing
have omegas.
omega-3s, but not the ones found in fish oil.
And why? And those 2 are important because of the inflammatory response. that you have.
Yes. Yes. And a lot of benefits throughout the body, right?
Yeah.
They help with brain health. They help with heart health. They help with skin health, joint health.
I should probably eat more fish.
Yeah. I think that every day.
I grew up in the Midwest and it was so landlocked
Oh, I get it.
that fish was kind of gross, or it was like
It's old. It's been
fish
frozen.
sticks. I don't think fish sticks have a lot of benefits.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
But I do feel like because it wasn't, and now I know you can get fresh fish so much easier with just shipping and stuff, but I didn't learn to love it when I was a kid.
I think that's a lot of people.
And so I've tried harder to start liking fish,
Yeah.
but it's not in my natural, like, just eat it all the time. So
I like it, and I still struggle to eat it enough, right? It's just hard to eat a healthy diet.
that's true too.
It really
and busy lifestyles and different things impact it. And even though, I feel like we both probably try to eat healthy. I love eating from my garden and getting as much. That's still like 3 to 4 months out of the year.
Right.
Like
And the rest of the time you have to go to the grocery store,
yeah.
and you're kind of beholden to whatever's in season and looks
And looks
Good.
good. And I don't eat nearly as many fruits and vegetables when it's not coming out of my garden.
Right
'cause they
there,
don't taste
delivered.
as good. I know. Yeah, and it's right there. I'm like, and I just add it to the table, but I definitely need help with, my diet. As good as I try to eat, I
Yeah.
can still add this and it's not going to be,
Yeah, it just fills those gaps, right? That's the point here. We don't want you to feel guilty for not eating a healthy diet. We can all try and do better,
yeah.
but it is what it is.
And even if you are eating healthy,
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt
It's kind
to
of like insurance.
add some of these. Yeah.
Say, if I take this, I will definitely get the nutrition I need and whatever I'm getting from my diet.
Yeah. And for me, when I'm eating, I eat a variety. And so that means that every day I'm probably getting more vitamin C or less vitamin C, more omegas, less omegas, because I'm not eating the
same.
exact same things
But that's better.
every day, right?
It's better to eat a nice variety, because then if anything's lacking one day, you might
Get
be
it
able
the
to
next
get it
day.
the next day.
But I can also just get it in my LifePak every day. with it. Now, something that I love about LifePak Elements, I'm going to go all the way back to LifePak Elements for a second, because we did studies that this can be taken from 12 years up,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Or studies or not. We know that it's the right amount. Maybe studies was a broad statement that I just made.
We looked at the research and we determined that, yes, you can take LifePak Elements as a teenager starting at age 12 through 18. We do have a little bit.
One of them.
You just take one tablet a day for 12 to 18. And then once you hit 18, then you take 3 tablets a day.
I love that because I'm a mom of 4 and my kids are, only one isn't 18 yet, but still it was so hard when my kids were, I feel like kind of 12 to 18 is when my kids were the most active. Like they were go, go, go. They were doing sports. They were always,
Your calendar's a disaster.
busy.
Yeah.
But they also need so much. They need to feel good. They need energy. Like they're working their brains harder during high school than they were in elementary school. Like I just feel like,
and it's so
as
hard
a
to
mom,
get
I
them
want to
stop.
provide that to my kids.
Yeah. It's so hard to get them to stop and eat the food,
Right.
like all of those fruits and vegetables that is really what they need to,
Right.
to fuel all of that.
And one of my daughters, and she knows who she is. I don't need to call her by name on here, but she does not, it's taken until she was 18, 19 to start even introducing new foods into her diet. So she had a very, very bland,
Some kids are like that.
diet. And now she's like, oh, I need to force myself to do this, but I would have loved to have elements just for a little bit of feeling better about myself as a mom. Like she's getting something.
Yes.
Because she does love fruit, but she doesn't like the texture of vegetables.
That's a hard one.
Texture's a hard thing to get. And so I love that we have this now to kind of do that gap as people really need it. Because again, I just feel like that age of kids is so busy and picky.
Yes.
And moody. No, but so that's exciting for me. And then again, you can continue to take this as an adult, but I do love that it bridges the gap of that kind of tween teen era. What am I missing on LifePak? What else do you wish I knew or that listeners knew about the LifePak family?
So there is a pretty cool formulation story behind LifePak Elements that I want more people to know about. So,
yes, tell us.
So last year, there was a paper published in the journal Lancet, and this paper looked at nutritional deficiencies around the world. And it's kind of the first paper of its kind that we've ever seen. It amassed a ton of data and really put it all in one place so that we could look at it and say, okay, in the U.S., what are we deficient in? What vitamins and minerals? How does that differ in Europe? How is that different in South America? How is it different in the Pacific? What about Southeast Asia? And we can see the difference that our diet makes in what nutrients we're deficient in. And that really is the underpinnings of LifePak Elements, right? We took that and now we can formulate specific to each region, to each country to say, this is what you need. This is what your population is deficient in, and this is how we're fixing it. And this is how we're addressing it.
I love that. And like we were just talking about fish aren't as readily available in a lot of the United States, but you're probably going to get some Asian countries where fish is eaten a lot and maybe other things aren't. And so that is amazing. Now, I didn't read the study, nor do I know about it. The U.S. is huge.
Yes.
Are there variations among the U.S., or is it broad enough that the average American diet is kind of the average American diet?
I mean, the paper didn't break it out by region, so I don't have that kind of granularity of data. I think it would be super cool to see it broken out by state or even region within the U.S., but really what we have is the U.S. as a whole.
And I mean, the average U.S. diet is probably very...
I don't know that it's
similar.
That different, yeah. I mean...
But that would be cool to see kind of as you get more inland or...
Yes. Now, what's interesting is in almost every country, vitamin E was very low.
Really? So where would you normally get vitamin E from?
Now you are putting me on the spot.
I know. I was trying to think. I'm like,
I think you get a lot
don't
from
even know.
like nuts and seeds are the main ones, I think. I could be wrong on that. There might be some other food sources, but when I've looked it up before, those are the ones that rise kind of to the top.
Is vitamin E. And I know I've heard from, different doctors I've gone to in the last several years that vitamin D is because we wear so much sunscreen, and that's our primary source of vitamin D, right? Is the sun.
Yeah, you don't get a lot in your food.
It's not necessarily from, just because you drink milk and Cheerios, that I shouldn't have said Cheerios, but just because you eat things that say it's fortified with vitamin D, normally it's the sun that gives us vitamin D, but when we wear sunscreen, then we're not making vitamin D, I guess.
Well, what it does is it blocks it from hitting the skin, right, on purpose. That's what sunscreen does. Right. But that means that you don't get your body's not able to take that sunlight and convert it to vitamin D. So
you need to take vitamin D. So
right. And it's why vitamin D levels are lower in the winter. Yeah. Less sunlight, even if you do go outside.
And I'm not saying that people should get vitamin D from the sun. Like we know,
I mean, you can, but like go outside in the summer for 20 minutes without sunblock.
And don't
you'll
do
be
the
fine.
1980s baby oil.
No. We're not. And if you're going to be out more than 20 minutes, put on sunscreen.
But that's about all you would need anyway. It's like 20 minutes. But I have heard from so many doctors and recently with myself, my husband, others, where it's like, just, you got a vitamin D deficiency. Like,
it's like 90 something percent. It's very, very
take
common.
that. So interesting. I love that with the study. And I love, though, that not only do we have the knowledge in the study, and I know we're specifically talking about U.S. products right now, but that means that our products for LifePak were formulated for the U.S., and we have different formulations that go into different markets that this study is helping make that determination, which is amazing. It's very cool. I love that about our company, that it's not just, the R&D you guys do is so specific,
Well, I mean, the whole point of the product is to fill nutritional gaps. And if we're not filling your gaps, where are we at, right?
Yeah, but it's still more work to do it that way. But I love that we're putting the work in so that we're keeping our promise of what we're saying LifePak is going to do, which is fill your nutritional gaps.
Absolutely.
So I love that. Anything else that I've missed? Because that was a gem.
I thought that was the big one that I think we haven't touched on. We talked about PRISM certified, right?
Yeah, we talked about PRISM certified. I guess what we didn't talk about is that there's different levels of PRISM certified with it. And so LifePak and LifePak Nano are level 2 certified.
Yes.
And LifePak Elements is level 1, and that's mainly, we talked a little bit about the phytonutrients being
that's due to the differences in the phytonutrient blend.
And the different levels means what with certification on the PRISM.
Yeah, so if you have a level 1 product, PRISM certified product, it is guaranteed to raise your PRISM score. You'll have to take the product regularly for, a month to maybe 3 months, right? Level 2 certification, again, it's guaranteed to raise your PRISM score. The amount it goes up, that your PRISM score goes up, and the length of time it takes might be different.
Okay.
And so, since we're not talking about any specific product here, I'm not going to give hard and fast rules, but in general, a level 2 product will raise your score more than a level 1 product. And the timing by which, like how fast it goes up, might be a little bit different.
You could see that faster in a level 2. Now,
potentially.
Again, we're only talking about LifePak, but you could layer PRISM certified products.
Yes.
Because they're hitting carotenoids in different ways, right? They kind of consist of different carotenoids. It's not just, it's not the more is better.
No.
Necessarily of the exact same one, I mean.
Correct. Yeah, there's 6 main dietary carotenoids that we can get through food. Like, there's a lot more than 6 that exist, but there's 6 main ones that we get in our diet.
Okay.
And so you'll see across different PRISM certified products, maybe in this product we'll use these carotenoids, and in that product we'll use different carotenoids because we're looking for different benefits, right? And so, lutein might be better for the benefit in the first product, but lycopene might be more aligned with the benefits we're seeking in the second, if that makes sense.
Which I love, because and I know we're a little bit off of LifePak, but this is, I think, something that is really important is when we talk about Prism and carotenoids, we're not just throwing carotenoids in so that our Prism score goes up. The carotenoids have a very specific purpose for being in a product, and we use different ones in these different families to have the outcome that product is supposed to give you, whether it's an eye formula or collagen. I guess that one has the same carotenoid,
but it's added for a different reason.
Yeah, but it's different reasons.
Right.
So it's not just in there so that your scanner score goes up.
It's a nice bonus, right?
Yeah.
But eye formula has lutein and zeaxanthin because those are two carotenoids that actually are preferentially deposited in the macula of the eye. And so they provide a lot of benefit in helping your eye be protected against blue light, just be healthier in general as you get older. And so they're very important for eye health. In Collagen Plus, we still add lutein, but lutein's also really great for skin health and radiance. And that's why it's in Collagen Plus.
Right.
In Mindful, we put astaxanthin, which has a lot of research on memory benefits and brain health. And so, that's what that product's all about. So it really depends on the product, and we try and evaluate, okay, what benefits are we hoping to get with this product, and what are some ingredients that will get us there? And if a carotenoid matches, great, we'll look at putting it in. And if it doesn't, we have a lot of products.
We have a lot of products that aren't Prism certified, which is fine. That doesn't mean they're not working because they have a specific benefit, but maybe there's not one of those 6 carotenoids that fit it.
So New Biome's a great example of this. Works fantastic, great clinical study. It does not need carotenoids to achieve those benefits.
Right. And so it's not Prism certified. That doesn't mean it's not a very valuable, scientifically studied product. I think those are great examples. And I think as we get more Prisms into households and people are taking LifePak and supplements, it's important to understand that relationship, that again, it's not in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as a marker or whatever. And the Prism is helping manage a lot. You're going to know your whole life,
It's an accumulation of
lifestyle,
all of your different choices you're making on a day-to-day basis. Yes, supplementation is part of it. Diet is part of it. But also like what you're getting exposed to. And
sleep, exercise, BMI, pollution.
Yeah, all of those things.
I've seen stress.
I've definitely seen a study showing a correlation with stress.
I've seen personal stress impacting my study of one. But
even stuff like going on airplanes, right? It's a stressor. It's not necessarily going to have a major impact on your score, but if you scan right after you go on a plane ride, you might see a difference. Just because it's stressful, but you're getting exposed to different parts of the atmosphere with different levels of cosmic radiation, and it's not a harmful level, but it does have an impact on your body, and it accumulates.
And then you take care of yourself and you continue scanning so that you can see that, you've bounced back. And
exactly.
I love that. I actually love that we covered kind of carotenoids. LifePak leads to that, right? Because I think LifePak was the kind of first piece to this whole big story, because we had LifePak before we even had the scanner.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, we did. Not a whole lot before.
Not much before, but...
And I think LifePak was one of the first, if not the first product we had that included carotenoids, because that was
scanner certified.
That was the beginning of our emphasis on antioxidants and that whole thing. So
and the phytonutrients were, again, our differentiator way back when we launched it 20 plus years ago, and they're still a critical player. We've shifted some of the phytonutrients because that's fine. Diets change. And that new study that shows what people are lacking, I'm sure helps influence that. So I think it's great that we talked a little bit about that as well, because I do see it as the same story. They're pieces that really fit together at the core.
And I will say with LifePak, because it's a multivitamin, because it's meant to provide a broad spectrum of nutrients that you get in a healthy diet, we didn't just put one carotenoid. We put, in Elements and in LifePak, we have 3 different kinds.
Oh, amazing.
And in Nano, we have, I think, 5. So we put in a nice blend because it is meant to mimic eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, making sure you're getting a nice broad spectrum.
I love that. And one last thought on LifePak that I wanted to kind of mention or ask or whatever, talk about is I feel like a lot of our things, I've been thinking about this since you were talking about new biome and collagen, like I can see and feel a distinct difference with those. I don't feel different on LifePak, but I know it's working. And so that's the other reason I think the Prism is so important, is so that I know that it's evening out my health. Like I mean, I feel healthy, but I don't feel that immediate difference like I do with some of our supplements.
Yes. It's really hard to feel a difference with a multivitamin. Except maybe if you've been on it and then you take it away, then you might notice more. Yeah. But because of its nature, right, it's meant to provide a lot of different nutrients that are just there to help your body function normally. Most of us aren't super deficient in those vitamins and minerals, right? And so this is preventing that from happening.
Like we don't have scurvy.
Yeah, we don't have scurvy. We're not deficient to that level of vitamin C. We might not get enough, but we're not so deficient it starts
that we
to
feel it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. But that's where I think the Prism comes in.
Yes.
Where you really can tell that you're at that fullness, that you're getting, your daily value or whatever you need to finish it out. And don't go off of it or you'll feel worse, maybe. You might feel it when you go off. I'm not going to say people will feel worse if they go off of it. That's a claim I'm not going to make.
Don't go off a multivitamin, right? That's not the point. But when you eat a poor diet, it's not one day of eating a poor diet that really drags you down. It's the accumulation. Yeah. Right? And that's the same is true when you're getting all of those nutrients. Over time, you might notice little things like just feeling better in general. Mm-hmm. Maybe your immune health seems, to be a little bit more robust or maybe you notice all of a sudden that you're not dealing with something that you used to struggle with. I don't know. It's different for everybody because our diets are not exactly the same.
But you're not necessarily going to feel better after taking it for 2 days. And that's
probably not.
But think about 30, 60, 90 days and watching that Prism score.
Yes.
And knowing that you are helping your nutritional health.
And it's so motivating, I will tell you. When I started at Nu Skin 15 years ago, my score on the scanner was like at the very bottom. And now I'm pretty consistently in the high green to low blue range. Like it depends, of course, but it was so motivating for me to see my score, know I needed to make some changes, make those changes, and then see it go up and see how my choices day to day then start to reflect in that score.
Yeah. Yeah. And I used to scan myself every 5 years probably. Kind of if we'd have a big event or something. I didn't use the scanner very often, but I always kind of knew, oh yeah, we have one. But now with the Prism, I find I'm scanning myself at least weekly, but almost always daily when I have access to one. I
much more convenient.
Scan constantly. And so it's making me think about it daily instead of thinking about it occasionally. Yes. And so that's a behavior change for me. Even if my score isn't fluctuating or changing, it still makes me think about that
top of mind.
And do the behavior of taking my supplements every day. Like I'm a pretty routine person, but I've been adding LifePak in. I've been better about that. I used to kind of just take the ones that I felt the difference on, because I'm taking a lot of pills. But I'm like, no, I need to take this. And so it's made a behavioral shift for me because I'm thinking about it regularly.
And that is, I think, the biggest value add right there. Because if you can motivate people to change, then that's bigger than any one thing that we could sell you, honestly.
Right. It's just thinking about your health and taking care of yourself.
Yes, exactly.
So I love that. Rebecca, thank you for being on here with me. I hope you'll come back again. I hope it was a good experience for you, your
Absolutely.
first time on Beneath the
I would
Label.
love to come back.
Perfect, because we have a lot to talk about. We have so many supplements that we can keep talking about.
I have so many gems that I can
I know.
use.
I've got them rent free in my head. So thanks everyone. We're so excited. I hope that you all learned so much from this, and we will see you next time. Bye.